Hello, beautiful beings. This video is for people on their spiritual path, empaths, light workers, energy healers, witches, rainbow warriors, who want to get in touch with their inner child and find out where she is causing tantrums or causing problems in life because she is not getting the attention she needs, the validation she needs, or she's not getting what she needs in general. She will cause fits in your life. I know this sounds funny, but it's true. There's places in everybody's life where that inner child comes up, and if you identify with it or not, it still shows up. Me, I've been seeing it show up, and it's comical because it literally feels like the blueprint of when I was a kid. Like the programming of when I was a kid and how I responded to like my siblings or my parents in certain situations are coming up for me right now with my daughter and my husband. So we're gonna dive a little bit into that, and then I want to share a little bit of a channeled healing for the inner child, because I know once we get to a certain age, she kind of takes the back seat and we don't always give her the attention she needs, but she's always there. She's always there to tap into. The inner child is always there no matter what age we're at, and that is where we are able to, keep our childlike fun. And I feel like that's the part of this that gets lost quite a bit, especially as we progress in age. And we lose touch with that inner child, and we stop playing and being fun and childlike, when in reality, if we kept her alive, all the way through our lives, she brings a valuable energy to tap into. She's vitality, she's playfulness, she's blunt, she knows what she wants, she's youthful energy, she's playful energy, she's colorful, she's simple. And when we lose touch with her, that part of us gets hardened, because not a lot of us are still playing or having fun, but she still shows up. And so if you tend to her or not, she's gonna show up. So I'm gonna use my examples and how we can cultivate that relationship with her a little bit deeper and create more peaceful situations. So one place that my inner child shows up, and she literally, like I would be a 5 or 6 year old, the energy feels just like that. Like I can take myself back to that age and see where I brought that energy forward. And it's with my daughter. It's this idea of not wanting to share. I know it sounds weird for a 40-year-old to be like saying, oh, my inner child, I don't want to share with my child. But you know what? It's true. I mean, I find ways to move through it, and the more I become aware of it, the more I'm, healing it. So I bought a toy for myself. I bought a toy for my inner child. She likes projects, she likes toys. And I bought a Harry Potter potions kit for the Miniverse. It's very cute. I love little tiny miniature things. You can make a little potion. You set bricks to make a floor, and then you set bricks to make part of the wall. It's really cool. And so I was doing it, and my daughter asked if she could help. And I caught my inner child wanting to say, no, it's mine. And I remember back when I was younger, my first brother was born when I was 4 years old. And I was super excited to have a brother until he came. And then I realized that he was taking the attention away that I had. I had a bunch of family members, playing with me, doting on me, spending time with me, taking me out, buying me toys, all the shebang. And then when my brother came, a lot of that energy transferred over onto a baby, like you need to, babies need diapers and feeding, and babies are needy. And I didn't understand that. And so I just looked at him as a source of taking things away from me, because I had all this beautiful attention and energy, and then all of a sudden it was switched to him. So I had this energy of like, no, it's mine with my daughter. And so I acknowledged it. I was like, whoa, okay, inner child, okay. And I sat with that for a minute, and then I was like, honey, you can help me. I let my child help me. But it was just a moment to like take a look at and be like, okay, she just needs some time there to exist. And then when my daughter went to bed, I went to town on the project, and it fed my inner child. She needed that. She needed that playtime, that focused fun on something that she enjoyed. And so now that I see her popping up with the jealousy thing, I know that she's needing some time to herself to play and have valuable time to be there and exist. So when she pops up like that with my daughter, I know it's time to tend to her a little bit more. And so I've been, buying toys and doing things. I even bought myself some Play-Doh. I love the smell of Play-Doh, and I've always loved playing with it. And so sometimes I'll just take that out and I'll play with it to honor my inner child. She gets to play with dough. It can come up any way you want. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you want to play with toys, do it, I loved Barbies till I was almost 20. And I played with them and I had no shame. Of course, there were some people who had a few comments to say, but I didn't care. My inner child has always been really active and awake in me. And quite honestly, there was a part of me that never really wanted to grow up, because I just loved playing and being in that inner child energy. But now I know I can bring her forth. I still can play as an adult. I can still play at any age. Whatever she needs, I'm going to mother her and honor her to have playtime, but I'm not going to let her treat my child not nice. She plays nice, she'll get rewards for that. So that's how I've treated that one. So honor your inner child when she's coming up and be aware of her, and then find a way to, give her what she wants. Feed her, nourish her. If she wants a candy from your childhood, why not? Have fun with it. It's lighthearted. There's so much heaviness in the world. We need more playfulness. That's what really amplifies our manifestations and, working towards our goals anyways, is the more we have that fun, playful, joyful energy. We need more of that inner child, especially if we're conscious entrepreneurs and, spiritual people. More of that spiritual play. So let's see. Okay, there was one more place that my inner child was coming up that she wanted to make herself known, and it was with my husband. I'm not quite sure what it was, but there was something that my husband got. And I've actually noticed that this pattern's come up a few times. My husband got something, or somebody gave him something, or along those lines. And then immediately my inner child came up with jealousy. And so my husband got something or bought something, and then immediately after I heard about that, I wanted to get something and buy something. And then once I noticed this, I was like, oh, this is my inner child coming up. She's jealous because he got something. And so she's, thinking back when she was a little girl and her brother that came after her, got all this attention. And now she's jealous because she wants what he's got as well. She wants to be included. So I kind of took a step back, and I was like, oh, okay. So next time she comes up in a similar situation, I will be aware that I'm like, oh, that's the inner child wounding coming up. How can I help her and heal this pattern? I think next time what I would do is acknowledge it. And what would I do? If you're jealous, what's the best way to handle that? To sit with it. To let that jealousy sit there and witness it. And then ask her, Sorry, I got a piece of oatmeal stuck in my throat or something. And then I'd ask her, what can I do to support you? I see that you're jealous. What about your toy over here? Or what do you need to make you feel like you've got what you need, and so you don't need to feel like you're jealous? I think that's what I would do. I'd play with that part. I'd ask her questions. When she's showing up and I can tell that it's her energy signature, I wanna know more about her. And this kind of reminds me of back when I was studying shamanism and doing shamanic journeys really regularly. There was a couple times where I did soul retrievals, and somebody did one on me, and my inner child came up for a few things, and my inner child wanted me to, she wanted to come with me when I went to toy stores, or she wanted me to take her to the park and stuff like that. And so in order to ground her more into my everyday life experience from that soul retrieval and shamanic journey, I would visualize myself putting her in the back seat in her seatbelt and driving in the back seat with me. It's just a way of honoring that part of ourselves. I might have even put a teddy bear in the back there, so she had a stuffed animal to acknowledge and signify that she's there, that she is worthy and she deserves attention and cultivation and love, because maybe she just wasn't feeling loved and didn't feel like she got what she needed. And so then I would let her be there. I would take her there, and I'd open the door for her, and I'd bring her out and take her into the store and pretend she was walking with me. And so that's also another healing way to connect with your inner child. So now that I've shared a little bit on how the inner child shows up, well, maybe before we move on to the transmission, I might tap into how she might look like a little bit more, because yes, you've got my examples here that I've shared, but what if you don't know she's showing up? Usually she's showing up. How's the inner child showing up? Well, she's gonna show up childlike. Parts of you are gonna seem childish, and that's when she's coming up. So when you can take a look at your actions or the inner voice, when something happens, something triggers her, you can take a look and be like, oh, yeah, I wanted to throw a fit because this happened, or I didn't like that and that made me mad. Was that your inner child? Maybe. Ask yourself that. Ask her. She'll show up. All right, let's drum her in. Let's give her space. Let's give the inner child a spot to live in our consciousness. Let's give her a place to sit in our inner council. You know, we've got the protector, we've got the leader, and we've got the inner child, and you know, we've got all sorts of different archetypes and identities within us. But we can just like give her a little booster seat up in our head, and she can just hang out with her legs dangling over the chair and know that she's represented. We're gonna drum in some energy for our inner child. We're gonna hold space for her. We're gonna hold space for her needs, or his needs. If you're a guy, that's cool too. Inner child, please speak to us and tell us what you need. Maybe you need a chocolate chip cookie. Let's allow that. Maybe she wants a special outfit, a dress with hearts on it. Let's allow that. Maybe she wants really cool shoes with animals on them. Let's allow it. Maybe she wants to color in a coloring book. Let's allow it. Make it normal. Maybe she wants a Barbie, or she wants a Play-Doh, or she wants a car, a toy. Let's get her a toy. Let's let her play. Let us hold space for the inner child and her needs. Maybe she just needs a hug. We can hug her. We can acknowledge her. We can let her pain be real. Maybe she just needs to talk to you. Maybe she just needs to be heard. Maybe she just needs to tell you what's going on. Maybe she needs a stuffed animal. Maybe she's scared of the dark. Whatever it is, let her express her needs and let her make her needs be known. Her presence is important to us. We love our inner child. We allow her playful, fun, childlike energy to exist within us. Maybe she wants to listen to music or watch a cartoon. I'd watch Care Bears or My Little Pony, Gem of the Holograms, Samurai Pizza Cats, Transformers, She-Man, She-Ra, My Little Pony. Maybe she wants some ice cream. Maybe she wants to go to the park. Maybe she wants you to put a picture of her up from when she was that age, if you have it. She wants to be remembered and honored. Remember her laugh, her giggles, the way she smiled. Maybe she's got a trauma that she wants you to help her heal. We can go into meditation with her and change the outcome. Whatever hurt her can be transmuted into another experience. Help her heal that. Just tell her we love her now, and that she's welcome to show up anytime. And we'll connect with her and work with her and honor her and give her space. All is well. Hello, beautiful beings. Thank you so much for showing up. Tanya Rainbow Horse here. If you got any questions, comments about the inner child, go ahead and put them down in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience, or maybe you just want to share how your inner child showed up for you, or how it shows up sometimes. Let's laugh at the stories and let's bring it up for healing. Let's amplify the inner child and, you know, give her the space and celebration she deserves. You know? Let's just not take life too seriously. All right. Love and laughter. Until the next video.